Something unbelievable just happened. BTS's Jin has once again done what no one thought possible. Imagine this. An artist goes on military hiatus, comes back, and not only reclaims his throne, but builds a bigger empire than ever before. That's exactly the story of Jin in 2025. Let's start with the album that's rewriting the rulebook, Echo. Released on May 16th, it has now stayed on Billboard's World Albums chart for more than 15 weeks straight. That might sound like just a number, but here's why it's monumental. No other K-pop solo album released this year has achieved that. Not even once. Jin is standing completely alone at the top. And then the streams. Just 4 months after its release, Echo smashed past 600 million plays on Spotify. To put that into perspective, that's more streams than the population of the United States and South Korea combined. And leading that charge is the title track, Don't Say You Love Me. This song is not just popular, it's historic. On August 31st, it surpassed 400 million streams in just 107 days. That's the fastest any K-pop song has done it in 2025. Faster than anyone predicted. Faster than even some of the biggest global hits. But here's where it becomes jaw-dropping. On Spotify's Global Top 50, Don't Say You Love Me didn't just appear. It stayed. For 111 days in a row. That's nearly 4 months of holding on to one of the most competitive charts in the world. And within that time, it camped out in the Global Top 10 for 55 days. On May 25th, history was written. Jin became the first Asian artist of 2025 to take the #1 spot on the entire Spotify global chart. That wasn't just a win for Jin. It was a win for Asian artists worldwide. And the dominance wasn't limited to the global stage. In Japan, the song became an unstoppable anthem. It spent 72 days at #1 on the Spotify Japan Top Songs chart, the longest time any K-pop soloist has held the crown. Think about that. Over 2 months, where every single day, Jin's voice was the soundtrack of millions of lives. Of course, the awards and recognition followed. On MBC Radio, listeners crowned Don't Say You Love Me as the best song of the second quarter, winning nearly half of the votes. Meanwhile, fans on Mubate voted it the best English song that captures your heart. And really, how could it not? With Jin's delicate, emotional delivery, nicknamed the Silver Voice, the song carries a quiet power that lingers long after the final note. But Jin's success this year hasn't just been about what we hear on streaming platforms. It's about what fans experienced live. His first solo world tour, the Run Seok Jin Tour, became a milestone in itself. From June 28th to August 10th, Jin performed 18 concerts across 9 cities, setting new records for ticket sales and audience numbers for any Asian soloist on Billboard's monthly top tour chart. Imagine arenas filled with tens of thousands, every voice chanting his name, every eye locked on him. And critics? They didn't hold back either. Rolling Stone UK gave him the elusive 5-star review, praising him as a one-of-a-kind, unrivaled entertainer. Forbes highlighted his incredible vocal range and stability, pointing out how Jin navigated even the most complex high notes with grace. They made it clear. He's not just the handsome face people first noticed years ago. He's a powerhouse vocalist and a born entertainer who can carry an entire world tour on his own shoulders. What makes all of this even more emotional is the timing. Jin has been through so much. Years of group success, a solo journey that began with Happy in 2024, military service, and then this explosive return. With Echo and Don't Say You Love Me, he didn't just release music. He poured his heart into art that fans could feel. Something both deeply personal and universally relatable. That's why every stream, every vote, every cheer in those arenas feels so powerful. So what are we looking at right now? We're not just seeing another hit album. We're witnessing the rise of a new chapter in K-pop history. One where Jin proves that music, when it comes from the heart, doesn't just top charts. It heals, it inspires, and it unites millions around the world. And here's the biggest question of all. If Jin can already break records in just a few months of 2025, what kind of history will he write next? Because if there's one thing we've learned, it's to expect the unexpected when it comes to Jin.